My name is Charlie O'Donnell, and I am a VC at Brooklyn Bridge Ventures. I'm very excited about the companies, not only in today's demo day, but hardware in general. There's a lot of really interesting, thoughtfully designed products, and I'm excited to be an investor in a few of them. This is kind of unfair because I'm an investor in Ringly, so that's my favorite. I think they all did a really nice job, and I'm really excited about Blaze as well because I'm a New York City cyclist that has to deal with traffic, so I appreciate the work that they're doing there. I have done 4 or 5 hardware companies. I'm the lead investor in Canary, which set the pre-sale record on Indiegogo, and they're doing great, and a few other companies, so it's an exciting area for me. A new bubble. I wouldn't necessarily say that there's outsized expectations for hardware right now because the bar is higher to create something. What I would be really concerned with in the startup world is if a bunch of people who don't really have anything are getting, all sorts of attention. And the fact of the matter is, if you have a product in the hardware space at all, it sort of makes you one of the top 10% in your field because it's so hard to build a product. Whereas anybody can code together a web page on a weekend and get some traction for it. The bar's a lot higher in this space. So you're going to see a lot more attention. Better teams are coming together to do it. And ultimately, they're opening up new markets too. So I think the opportunities are larger. I think part of it is talent and the fact that previously, if you were a hardware designer, entrepreneurship may not have been a goal. You might want to create your own product, but your alternatives might be doing it for somebody else or licensing an idea or something like that. But the idea that you could create a standalone company, get it funded by VCs, that's really opening a lot of people's eyes. It's also gotten to the point where even if you're not a hardware designer, programs like this are enabling you to get product. And so a lot of people who may not have otherwise joined the entrepreneurship world are interested in this area and have the means to actually produce a product and start a company. Yeah, I think when you have areas of limited knowledge and unique knowledge, there's an opportunity for some kind of accelerator program. If it's vertical, for example, there's an accelerator program in New York dedicated to finance that puts you in touch with a lot of the CTOs of major banking institutions. Those are people that are otherwise hard to reach. To get access to the manufacturing facilities that PCH brings to the table, you just wouldn't have that otherwise. And that's not something you can sort of read about. You need to see it, you need to talk to the folks, you need to see the assembling lines. So these types of programs could really boost somebody's knowledge in a big way. I like being surprised. I don't necessarily look for the big thing or a trend because if I go back through the companies that I've invested in, they've always been surprising. Over the course of my career, I've invested in 2 jewelry companies, including Ringly. I didn't start out thinking that, I can barely dress myself. And so the idea that I'd be an investor in a jewelry company is somewhat surprising. So what to me is most exciting is what area haven't I thought of? Can there be a connected device or something to actually, make things easier for a range of consumers? If there is an area that I'd love to see something, I think it's in the experience of patient care. I've had some family experience lately of people going through the hospital experience, and it just feels like that needs to be vastly improved. So if anybody can build something along those lines, I think it's much needed.